In 2025, artificial intelligence is everywhere, in how we search, write, study, and even think. But a quieter psychological shift is unfolding beneath the convenience. Today, we ask a question with real consequences for this generation. To what extent does AI reshape how we make decisions? And could that be influencing our self-esteem?
Our investigation starts with how humans respond to AI's judgments. In a study published in Applied Sciences, participants were shown real and AI-generated images, sometimes with AI suggestions attached. The results were shocking. When AI was labeled high accuracy, people agreed with it far more often, whether it was right or wrong. People would go against their own thinking just because of what AI said. This reveals how people adjust their decisions to match AI. We interviewed senior Chase Sir at the Benjamin School on her approach to AI.
Yeah, so I use ChatGPT obviously, and I mainly use it to just kind of like produce practice questions. So whether it's like math, I'll just kind of like type in what we're learning at that time, and then it can kind of give me like a practice test, or can maybe explain like a homework problem for me if I can't see like Mr. Ruggie that day. And then I also use like the AI overview thing that comes up sometimes on Google, just because it's like easier than clicking a link sometimes. I think I use AI because I think it makes certain things faster. If I were to look up practice problems on this specific topic for math, it might take a while for me to find a link that actually like reflects what we're learning, rather than if I could just type in instructions to ChatGPT, it like understands, and I do have confidence that it'll give me valid questions, because I can also look at the questions it's giving me and say, okay, this isn't what I'm learning, or this is what I'm learning.
Chase uses AI to simply make her life easier and make her more confident in her studies.
A broader pattern appears when we look at the overall technology use. A meta-analysis in societies shows that as AI becomes more accurate and accessible, people increasingly rely on it to think for them, a phenomenon called cognitive offloading. Over time, this can reduce independent cognitive effort. People may grow dependent, even passive, in their problem solving.
Well, I would never use it for like any writing whatsoever, because I think that first like hurts your brain. If you just train yourself to like enter in like, oh, ChatGPT, like write me an essay, first that's against the honor code, but also you're gonna lose your writing skills. So anything where it's like an actual skill that I would have to use myself, I would never use like ChatGPT for. It's really only to make like practice problems or something like that easier.
Her distinction is important. Students believe they remain autonomous, but the research suggests that habitual reliance gradually weakens autonomy, the ability to think you can do something, even if users don't notice it yet.
We also interviewed a different perspective, Mrs. Suzanne McCambridge, an English teacher here at the Benjamin School.
However, I think we have to be careful that we're not doing our own thinking, and that's where I think we're going to run into issues when students are they're choosing AI rather than thinking about it themselves and problem solving. I see that as an issue.
This aligns with research showing that offloading decision-making undermines autonomy, the foundation of capability.
In another study, 458 participants completed image classification tasks with or without AI advice. The results proved that people were more confident when AI offered advice, even when the AI was wrong. And when AI appeared uncertain, human confidence dropped sharply. Our confidence becomes intertwined with AI's confidence. When AI disappears or contradicts us, doubt sets in.
I think that of course like if you can fact check the information, then that would make me more confident. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like ChatGPT, you just gave me this information, can you put a link to where you got that information? And a lot of the times it can't. So I'm like, I don't really trust that, and that's when I just kind of have to rely on my own knowledge and what I'm learning. So I think if it could like provide a link or just like a direct place where I got that information, then I would trust it, because I could see where it's coming from. But when it doesn't, I never use it.
Chase expresses uncertainty when AI seems unreliable.
I would say so. I think overall, if you are using AI too often and you're using it in ways that you're not supposed to, let's say, that your teacher has asked you to complete the work and you are not completing it, you're using AI to answer the questions, then what I'm seeing as far as confidence is now you don't how can I word this? It's as if the students don't really feel as if they could do it alone. And so if you continue, it's like any other habit, if you continue to do something and ask AI because it's easier and it's quicker, then you're going to lose that confidence because you're not going to feel like you can do it. And again, then you're not thinking through and problem solving on your own. So that's for sure going to lower confidence levels.
After more research, we discovered a relationship between decision-making ability and self-esteem. A 6-week experimental study found that when students trained their decision-making skills, their self-esteem rose significantly. The control group with no improvement in decision-making saw no change in self-esteem. This shows that confidence in one's own decisions is a major contributor to self-esteem. So if AI reduces our decision-making confidence, it might indirectly reduce how capable or worthy we feel about ourselves. And as the research shows, the drop in confidence has consequences for self-esteem.
Across multiple studies and through real experiences from students and teachers, a clear psychological pathway emerges. AI shapes how we make decisions. This encourages cognitive offloading. Offloading reduces autonomy and capability. Lower capability leads to lower confidence. Low decision-making confidence can lower self-esteem. Even though there are misconceptions on whether AI has an impact on human self-esteem, research shows that AI reduces autonomy and capability, lowering decision-making confidence, leading to possible decreases in self-esteem. Personally, as Honor Council members, we recently had a repeat offender for attempting to use AI on a test. Both times, the student was sent to Honor Council. Even after the student was caught the first time, he simply felt like he could not take the test without artificial intelligence. In reviewing cases like this one, along with what we have learned throughout this research process, most likely the student has higher confidence in AI than himself. We have seen these consequences and do not want to become a person that solely relies on AI. AI is not harmful by nature, but it is powerful, and that power has the ability to not only shape our work, but how we see ourselves.
Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for watching.